Right, so let's say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakaha Kadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So this is Romans 1 and 10. So it says, making request, if by any means now at length I might have a prosperous journey by the will of the Most High to come unto you, right? Because that's what you need to understand too, man, is that, you know, Yahweh Shai and the prophets didn't do their own will. You know, the prophets did the will of Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai did the will of Yahweh, and that trickled down. And that's what you need to understand. And that's what a lot of, you know, Christians, right? Not true Christians, but these false Christians, that's what they believe, is that, you know, Yahweh Shai, who they inly call Jesus Christ, was doing his own will. Okay, yeah, you know, I was sent unto the earth. You know, I'm going to give this message unto the prophets, the apostles, right? And they're going to go give this message out into the world, right? And what these false Christians will say is that message is the deliverance of not only some Israelites, but also Gentiles, being people of other nations, which is completely false, man. And I mentioned this before. The Lord doesn't change. Yahweh, who you inly call God, he doesn't change. You know, he has always been the same. He has always been for Israel. When Israel was in captivity under the Egyptians, he sent Moses and Aaron. You know, when Jeremiah prophesied about the captivity of well, even before that, man, when you go back to the time of King Solomon-Nazar, you know, when King Solomon-Nazar conquered Samaria, you know, when you go back to the captivity of Syria, when you go back to the Babylonian captivity, you know, the Lord have always been for Israel. You know, and going back to the captivity that Israel went into in Babylon, you know, the Lord used the Persians to bring Israel out of that captivity, out of the Babylonian captivity. Right. So the Lord have always been there for Israel, you know, and that have not changed. And that's what you need to understand, is that Yahweh Shai, who you inly call Jesus, he didn't come down to do his own will. He came down to do the will of the Father, man. Plain and simple. Right. Matter of fact, we can grab that real quick. Right. So let's get this in the book of John 6 and 38. Right. Let's prove to you that he came to do the Father's will. Right, so it says, John 6 and 36. But I said unto you that ye also have seen me and believe not. All that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. And this is the will, and this is the Father's will, which have sent me, that of all which he giveth, Salaki, he hath given me, I shall lose nothing, but shall raise it up again at the last day. So the Lord came to do the Father's will, man. He didn't come and do his own will, man. And that's what you Christians need to understand. And the Father's will has always been the deliverance of the Israelites, man. Not the Gentiles, right? Which you believe are only can be considered the other nations. No, right? The Lord have always been for Israel. He's going to always be for Israel, right? When the Lord make his second coming, he's going to be for who? The elect of Israel. So John chapter 1, verse, John, Salakia, Romans. Romans chapter 1, verse 1. It says, make a request, if by any means now at length I might have a prosperous journey by the will of the Father to come unto you. For I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual gifts, to the end ye may be established. that is, that I may be confronted together with you by the mutual faith of you and me. And you got to understand is that Paul, Paul was sent by Yahweh Shai, man. Right? So if Paul was sent by the Yahweh Shai, that means Yahweh Shai have gotten his request from his Father, man. Nothing that Yahweh Shai, who you inly call Jesus, nothing that he did was of his own will, man. Everything that he did was of the Father's will. Right? So when Yahweh Shai sent Paul to go teach unto the Gentiles, which are the Israelite foreigners, that will came down from Yahweh, who you inly call God. It says, now I would not have you ignorant, brethren, that oft time I proposed to come unto you, but was let hitherto, that I might have some fruit among you, also even among the other Gentiles. And that's what nations will say. See, among the other Gentiles. Why? Because Israel was scattered among the Gentiles. Israel was scattered all over the world, man. That's the curse that came down upon the Israelites. If you go to the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, right? And that's what you Christians seem to not understand, man. You don't understand prophecy, and you don't understand Paul understood prophecy. So Paul understood that Israelites were scattered throughout different lands. It says, I am debtor both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise. So as much as in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are in Rome also, man. Who were in Rome? The Israelites. Just go into the history, man. You had Israelites in Rome, right? For I am not ashamed of the gospel of a Mashiach, who you inly call Christ, for it is the power of the Most High unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, which the Jew only consists of the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and also to the Greeks being of the northern kingdom, the Israelites that was scattered among the Greeks, the Israelite that was scattered among the Romans, man. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High, what is the righteousness of the Most High? Which is the laws, the statutes, and commandments. He said, for my laws and my statutes are righteous, which were given unto Israelites. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith, right? By the trust in the Lord. And who's going to trust in the Lord? It ain't the other nations. The other nations already trust in their own gods, man. Right? So who's going to trust in the Lord? The Israelites. For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodly and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Right? Because who could only receive the truth? The Israelites. He said, my word was given unto Jacob, my law, statutes, commandments unto Israel. So who's the one that can receive the truth? The ones that can receive the truth are the Israelites. So the only ones that can hold the truth in unrighteousness are the Israelites. Now you can have the other nations come up with whatever the hell they want to, but they don't know the truth. So if they don't know the truth, how the hell are they gonna speak lies about the truth? You got nations who believe in Jesus Christ. Right? They don't understand the name Yahweh Shai. Right? They don't understand that only Israelites are going to be delivered. They don't understand these things. They're just speaking out of their asses because that's what they was giving them to speak. These Christians, these pastors in these churches, man. Because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them. What? Well, who is the truth manifested unto, man? Who is the law, statutes, and commandments manifested unto? The Israelites. For the Most High have showed it unto them, only unto the Israelites. He haven't showed it unto any other nations, man. And when the Lord showed his power unto the nations, it was for their destruction, man. Go to 2nd Ezra. What is that? 2nd Ezra, the 1st chapter. Right? So it says, I'm about to have to get out of here. It says, because that which may be known of the Most High is manifested unto them, for the Most High have showed it unto them. Right? And that's ultimately going back into the elect, man. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. It says, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified in him not as the Most High. And the only way to glorify in the Lord, the only way to know the Lord, is by the keeping of his law, statutes, and commandments. And going back to Mount Sinai, the Lord gave who his law, statutes, and commandments? The Lord just didn't give anybody his laws, his statutes, and commandments, right? The Lord gave who? A specific people. That was the Israelites, man. So when Paul speaks about, right, going into Rome, he's going into Rome because there's Israelites in Rome, man. That's too deep of an understanding for you Christians. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorify him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power unto an image made like to corruptible man. And look, man, when Israel came out of Egypt, what is the first thing they did? They built a damn golden calf, man. That's one of the things that Israel did, was build a damn golden calf to a different god, man. Right? So who is the Lord talking about? Come on, man. It says, uncorruptible power unto an image made like to corruptible men, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creepy things. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie. See, but who are the only ones that can understand the truth? The Israelites. So who changed it into a lie? The Israelites, right? Worshipped and served the creature. Who worshipped and served the creature? The Israelites. More than the Creator. Who worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator? The Israelites. Because it wasn't given unto the nations, so they don't know who the hell to worship or serve, man. It says, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto their vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature. And likewise also the men leaving the natural use of a woman, burned in their lust one towards another man, with men working that which is unseemly. And what is that? That is sodomy, right? Men having, man on men, women on women, It says, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliceness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignant worshippers, backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. And this is why people are consistently dying. Mainly you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? You just had a mass murder happen in Buffalo, right? Where the Edomite cat went into the store, right? He didn't even go into the store first. He stepped outside. He shot a couple people outside. Then he went in. He shot a couple people then, man. Right? And this is why things like this happening, because you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are hard-headed as hell, man. Right? It says, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So when you talking about innocent, you people ain't innocent because you love doing wickedness, man. You love doing wickedness. You're not even trying to walk in the ways of the Lord, man. The scripture says, seek me and ye shall live, man. But yeah, we're going to come back with Romans, the 2nd chapter. But I'd like to say, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.